my body and my spirit remain strong. I am incredibly enthusiastic to be here. I have to say, it is commencement season. And we have graduations all over the place. I just had the privilege of speaking to New Jersey City University. It was amazing. Your alma mater, that's fantastic. Why weren't you there? I should have called. And I was telling the young people about how much my parents and my family would embarrass me. I had one of those families that would stand up in the rafters and scream and yell and make so much noise nobody could hear anything. It was a graduation from higher institutions of education, but my family would act a little ignorant. But I have to say, after graduation, my parents would come to me and begin to tell me stories about our history and about our past. They would make fun of me too. My father would say, I see you didn't graduate summa cum laude or magna cum laude. You were just, thank you, Lottie, I'm out of here. But the truth is, my parents, it was a special moment for me because they would try to remind me how I got to where I am. They would always tell me this, that son, never forget that you drank deeply from wells of freedom and liberty and opportunity that you did not dig. Never forget that you eat from banquet tables that were prepared for you by your ancestors. And never forget you sit under the shade of trees that you did not plant or cultivate. You got here because of people. My dad would call it a conspiracy of love, of people coming together, determined and focused to do what was necessary to achieve great things. And so I'm very proud now as a New Jerseyan, because I too, like you, are called to join that conspiracy of love. This conspiracy of love means that not that we do grandiose action, but that we get up every single day and we do those small acts of kindness, decency, and love. That we do it with a spirit of determination and grit to make sure that our state and our nation reflects our highest aspirations. And so this is what's frustrating me right now, is that we have a state that if you turn on the TV and listen to some folks, they want to talk about how good things are going. But the reality is, we are a state right now that is struggling. We are a state right now that needs some change. We have a state right now that's reflecting some very dangerous trends, where small amounts of people are doing better and better, but large amounts of folks are falling behind. I look around my city and I see it. I see folks whose real wages have been declining. I see our environment and our air quality being challenged because of bad decisions. I see some of my labor unions who are working with me to start apprenticeship programs, but have too many people on the bench because we're too afraid right now to do the right thing and invest in infrastructure and put people to work. And so when I see all these trends going in the wrong direction, I begin to wonder, all the fighting that our parents and our grandparents did to get us so far down the road, we can't let ourselves be turned around now. Look at what the trends are happening around our country. We have people trying to rewind civil rights, to rewind workers' rights, to rewind voters' rights. I'm not one of those people that likes to do the Michael Jackson moonwalk. I don't want to move back. I want to move forward. And so I only know one way to make that kind of change. It's not by having one person stand up and curse the darkness. It's about having thousands of people come together and be the light. In this room is the light. In this room is the hope. I was with Barbara the other day, and we were in a small living room. And I reminded people, it's been the small rooms and the small groups that have changed this nation so much. It was church basements back in the civil rights movement that helped to transform this country and open up doors. It was barnyards along a road called the Underground Railroad, where blacks and whites met together in secret to try to break down the bonds of slavery. It was a storefront in Bergen County, where blacks and whites came together to end housing discrimination in towns, in the very town that I grew up in. This is the kind of room, small groups of people with larger visions, with a calling bigger than themselves, who understand the truth of who we are. We think about this. We are a great nation. America has a wonderful Declaration of Independence. But the truth of America is a declaration of interdependence. That we need each other. That when we work together, when we struggle together, when we sacrifice together, there's nothing we can't do. It's like the old African parable. If you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together. Well, I'm happy. I'm happy that I don't stand alone right now. I'm happy that I'm not out in the wilderness struggling against impossible odds. To me, I stand with you, and we stand together. We may be the Democratic Party, but this is not about partisan politics. This is about issues. I'm a Democrat, you're a Democrat. Not just because we like donkeys, not just because we like the color blue. We are Democrats because this is the party of we, not the party of me. We're the party of bringing people together, not driving folks apart. We're the party that celebrates civil rights. We're the party of workers' rights. We're the party of environmental rights. We're the party of gay rights. We're the party of American rights. This is the Democratic Party. And so I want you all to know, I'm kind of fired up right now. I've got my swagger back. I'm walking around like George Jefferson. I'm ready to move on up. Because this is my kind of fight. Some of y'all don't know how I started in politics. People told me, oh, you can't win that election, Cory. You're going against a juggernaut. I had people lining up telling me what I couldn't do. But look at me now. I got testimony. I've got a story to tell. I didn't listen to those nattering nabobs of negativity. I didn't listen to those dour, divisive individuals. I stood up and said, I've got a vision that's bigger than me and it's something I'm worthy to fight for. And so today I want you all to know, I am proud to stand here. I got somebody's back. I got her 6. I'm standing right now here in support of Barbara Bono. I got her covered. I support Barbara Bono because I believe in what she stands for. I believe in a state that looks at all of its citizens and does not see black citizens and white citizens, doesn't see rich citizens and poor citizens, doesn't see gay citizens and straight citizens, but knows that we all need each other and we all are New Jerseyans and deserve equality under the law. I stand with her because she stands with marriage equality. I stand with her because she stands with working New Jerseyans. I stand with her because she stands with our environment. I stand with her because she stands with raising the minimum wage. I stand with her because she stands with protecting the earned income tax credit. I stand with her because she stands with Planned Parenthood. I stand with her because she stands with charity care. I stand with her because she stands with New Jersey. And don't tell me, don't you dare come up and tell me that this is going to be a difficult race. Because I've seen underdogs before. I come from a community that taught me very early that when you got a Goliath, there will always be a David. That even when the darkest days come, you're going to find a ram in the bush. That even though the challenges may be mountains, we know that this story of New Jersey that started with the impossible victory in the Battle of Trenton, when Washington's army had been defeated in New York, that we are the state that began the spirit of America, that this is the place where impossible dreams happen. And I'm telling you right now, this is a winnable race. When I go out and talk to people on the streets, when I talk to real New Jerseyans, I see very clearly this is a winnable race. That when you start talking to people about their families, about their jobs, about their livelihoods, about their education, about their health care, you find out very quickly that we are right on all the issues. And so I'm going to tell you right now This may not be the Thriller in Manila, but I got my Muhammad Ali, and she's going to upset. She's going to upset George Foreman. They may think they've got the champion, but nobody stepped in the ring with my champion yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in her corner. Ladies and gentlemen, I got her back. As they say, I got her 6. I want to bring up to the microphone right now the great senator from our community. I want to bring up right now the next governor from the state of New Jersey.